More than any other healer in M+, it seems as if Evokers have yet to find their core identity, with their base gameplay loop changing substantially from season to season. Indeed, Blizzard's approach to Evoker class design currently seems to be driven by the creation of tier sets that alter the class's playstyle so foundationally its core gameplay loop is barely recognizable compared to the previous season. Therefore, I can't help but think that the designers at Blizzard too are not quite sure what Preservation Evokers should or shouldn't be and which gameplay suits the specialization the most. For example, now that we have just gotten used to the Emerald Blossom based playstyle using Twin Echoes and the Season 1 tier set, unlearning that Emerald Blossom is an entirely useless spell in the process, this playstyle vanishes into nothingness with Season 2, and with it, Emerald Blossom returns to the oblivion from whence it came. Indeed, the new Season 2 tier set design makes it abundantly clear. Preservation Evokers are looking once again at a 180-degree turnaround of their core gameplay loop. Going forward, whenever you consume Essence Burst, your character is going to shoot a living flame at your target, and as you're gaining Essence Burst procs all the time, you are heavily incentivized to leverage the talent tree to make those instant cast living flames as powerful as possible. Therefore, any talents supporting the strength of living flame in particular, and your red spells at large, stand to be taken. This means that both Life Force Mender as well as Life Spark are making a return in Season 2. Moreover, as these talents massively enhance Living Flame's power, this puts Leaping Flames back on the map as well as one of your most important talents, meaning that the Fire Breath Life Spark Living Flame combo that signified Evoker gameplay for a long time is returning to lay claim to its former power. In Season 2, your gameplay therefore revolves around high damage Fire Breath, which also pose as a relatively strong group heal by themselves due to Life Giver's Flame, and unlock the high damage or healing potential promised by the simultaneous delivery of 5 Living Flames. Indeed, your Life Spark empowered Living Flames are very capable of dealing high amounts of damage when directed at enemies. As a result, Evokers are returning to the position of one of the highest damage dealing healers. This is also true for single target DPS, as Essence Burst empowered Disintegrates always trigger a Living Flame as well, basically granting 2 spells at the cost of 1. However, these changes also mean that the frequent casting of Fire Breath will be significantly more important in Season 2, essentially forcing you to run Nostormu's teachings over Temporal Barrier, as foregoing the cooldown reduction offered by the former is an unjustifiable trade-off. Therefore, the simplification of the class's positional requirements that some of us had been hoping for, and for which Temporal Anomaly was a strong candidate, is once again locked behind a power loss that is too steep to be justified. Now, complexity is not necessarily a bad thing, especially in an environment where many other healers have seen simplifications to their gameplay, but those of us who were hoping to engage with a more approachable yet still powerful evoker at the hands of Temporal Barrier will be disappointed. This is especially true since the renewed focus on Fire Breath and Living Flame means that Evokers are giving up the prevailing Chrono Warden hero talents, and Flameshaper emerges as the dominant choice, mainly due to Legacy of the Lifebinder granting an additional charge of both Dream Breath and Fire Breath, as well as Ashes in Motion, reducing Fire Breath cooldown by 5 seconds. Also, Titanic Precision and Essence Well increase the proc chance of Essence Burst tremendously, further empowering the Flameshaper hero talents. This complete realignment of the dominant talents produces a significantly harder to master playstyle. To start with, picking up red talents at the bottom of Evoker's talent tree in Life Force Mender and Life Spark entails forsaking substantial power in other talents in the tree. The solution I'm currently running looks like this. Basically, you're forced to give up Timeless Magic, increasing the mana cost of your abilities and letting your reversion-based hotline last less long. However, since you're strongly incentivized to cast a lot of Disintegrates for damage anyway, as each Essence Burst empowered Disintegrate will provide additional damage via Living Flame due to your tier set, you will not run into major mana issues due to Energy Loop. What's more problematic with giving up Timeless Magic is that it results in a significantly faster paced gameplay loop, forcing you to reapply reversions very frequently and not allowing for long downtime periods between echo applications and their consumption. Generally, this new talent setup makes the class substantially less approachable for 2 reasons. First, to be able to trigger Consume Flame as well as your tier set as often as possible, you have to pick Wings of Liberty over Dream Simulacrum on the Verdant Embrace choice node, forcing you to go back to the version of the spell that displaces your character. Second, while in the previous Chrono Warden version of Preservation Evoker, your rotational bottleneck was Dream Breath and Fire Breath, you now have 2 charges of each Verdant Embrace, Dream Breath and Fire Breath. Therefore, you pretty much always have one of these powerful spells available and need not worry about micromanaging their cooldown. Instead, Flameshaper's rotational bottleneck shifts toward Echo availability via Temporal Anomaly, as you no longer have access to its cooldown reduction from Chrono Warden's Nostormu Adept. Also, because your reversions last for a much shorter time as a consequence of giving up timeless magic, you frequently have significantly fewer echoes available than you would want to, and you need to decide if you want to use your echoes for upholding reversions, applying Dream Breath, or group healing via Verdant Embrace and Living Flame. Since you cannot accomplish all of these tasks at once, the spec finds itself in constant tension between the abilities for which echoes could be used, thereby making the optimal rotational sequence very unclear, at least without having spent a lot of time considering it in depth. That being said, the whole package feels extremely fast-paced and powerful, and I think Evokers have rarely had such a wealth of abilities available to them. This fixes one of their main problems by reducing the likelihood of running completely dry on useful healing buttons to press after spell sequencing mistakes. You pretty much always have Dream Breath, Fire Breath, or at least Verdant Embrace ready. Moreover, the Season 2 tier set achieves that Echo is no longer a dead global cooldown, but instead serves as a small but noticeable instant heal due to the concomitantly delivered Living Flame from Essence Burst, which serves as an additional quality of life improvement in a world where Evokers are otherwise drowning in a sea of complexity and change. In sum, we are looking at a Preservation Evoker that has substantially changed, but in my opinion it is making a change for the better. Never have I felt as versatile as a Preservation Evoker than the spec feels right now. The return to power of Lifespark in combination with Living Flames is outrageously fun, especially since you'll be able to cycle this combo all the time due to having multiple charges of Fire Breath available and its cooldown reduction from Nostormu's teachings. Now, if you are interested in checking out other healers on the PTR as well, watch this video to see how Discipline Priests have changed. Like the video if you liked it, and please consider subscribing to my new channel as well. Thank you very much for watching, everybody, and see ya.